Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. I am Tiffany Empire Impact Ignite. And it's Tell It Tuesday. This is the last month of the year and um I feel like this is very pressing to be transparent in this moment for the simple fact a lot of us are talking about, the great things that we're expecting. A lot of us are waiting on some things, waiting on God to do some things, and y'all know we've been reclaiming our pearls. We really been reclaiming our pearls, and I don't ever want to paint myself in this or paint a picture of myself like I'm super duper perfect and I never did things wrong. But one thing I'm super serious about is just us really living to the fullness, like in a healthy place, living on purpose, walking in our calling, not being ashamed of where God brought us from and where he's taking us, because a lot of times when people don't understand where God has brought you from, they don't really understand and appreciate where they may be at or where you're at in the process. So I just want to take this time, because sometimes we can always be telling this, telling that, but not really sharing what may need to be heard, because you just never really know what's going on, behind closed doors. You never know. Because I am at this point a free agent, an agent of the Lord. I am a single mother of 3 sons. I've been married before, so I know some of the behind the scenes, and these are some questions that I get asked. How was it? How do I feel about it? Right now I'm really focusing on becoming the best version of me, truly. And I wanted to reflect back just for a moment, so I could set some of the captives free on tonight, because I remember when it was a time where I didn't feel like I was a worthy. Okay, I got my worthy shirt on. Got my worthy shirt on. I didn't feel like I was even worthy to have a conversation about things with relationship, marriage, and stuff like that, especially when people make you feel like, well, since yours didn't work, who's really going to listen to you? And honestly, it's been a lot of people that come to me and they ask certain things, and I just give them maybe just some wisdom or insight. But ultimately, a lot of us have to grow in certain areas, and that's just one of the areas that I'm gonna talk about on a growth note. One of the things that I had to really reclaim, one of the things that I had to come to the conclusion of, I had to do better, than that. And if the title is right, it says I used to embarrass the heck out of my spouses. If that title is right out there on your side, because it was. Now, I'm all for love, marriage. Let's make this disclaimer right here. I'm all for marriage. I'm big on it. Always have been. Always will be. I'm super down for the cause, down for the count, like 4 flats. Okay. So while I'm sharing this, is just to give some insight and some perspective of all of the growth that had to take place on my end. So when I say I used to embarrass the heck out of my spouses, that means from the lack of, whether I was provoked or the lack of maturity. At the end of the day, I did not properly know how to handle the situations from just the role of a woman and a wife and a mother. So the grace that I had to ask God to give me, like, I had somebody just tell me how much they admire my, like, the just how I operate. And I just was thinking back, like, I haven't always operated like this. My heart, I want to think that my heart, is a heart of gold or whatever like that. But I'm going to even talk about that a little bit about, okay, you want to do that to me? I got something for you. And this when it goes into God's words, when God just talk about the heart of man, how in it could dwell, no good thing, when really, if we really not sold out and purified, the way that God wants us to be, our heart would naturally go tit for tat, blow for blow. I don't know about y'all, but that's hey, okay, you want to get me? What that game back in the day? You get me, I'm gonna get you back. What that was, the little hungry hippo. Hungry. Okay, you want to do that to me? Okay, this is what we about to do. I'm a do it big. I'm overdo it. I'm overdo it. So I had to learn that I needed self-control. I needed self-control, meaning this is just one of the areas that I just was reflecting on. Okay, I need self-control, meaning if somebody does something to hurt me, to break my heart, to humiliate me, because right now I just want to talk about how I used to embarrass them. Okay, and even though the embarrassment might have came because they did something to embarrass me, the reason why I'm sharing this is because I still got to give an account for me. I got to give an account for me. I got to give an account for who am I letting anger me? Who am I letting get me out of, out of character, to act out, to make a scene? And I'm still somebody. I'm still a wife, you know what I'm saying? I'm still a woman. I'm still supposed to be a leader, whether I'm leading from the inside of my house, leading my children, the man is the head of the house, but at the end of the day, we all have our responsibilities. We all have to be accountable. And that's why I'm kind of, bringing this right here on Tell It Tuesdays, because I feel like sometimes we don't sit and reflect back on how much we need to grow. Okay, how much we need to grow, how much we need to stop being childish, how much we need to stop being selfish, because at the end of the day, when the two supposed to become one, it don't matter how we flip that thing. What one do is a reflection of the other, and how you treat the other one is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. It don't matter how you want to flip this coin, how you treat somebody. If you don't like to be embarrassed, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to embarrass nobody. And guess what? If somebody embarrass you, you're going to let them have that, for the simple fact, you're going to know how to deal with that later. But I'm just sharing because it was a time in my life I did not know how to effectively deal with something that bothered me, deal with something that embarrassed me, deal with something that got under my skin. I'm just trying to help somebody know the importance of learning how to effectively communicate, how to effectively love, and how to not put fuel on a fire, but understand that God do not play when it comes to marriage, relationships, love, the intentionality of the thing. Now, hey, his grace is sufficient. His grace is truly sufficient. I thank God for his grace, his mercy, all of that he definitely gave me, and be still giving me, and especially in a lot of foolish choices that I made. But I just don't understand how we can get to the point where we will intentionally embarrass our spouse. We will intentionally do things. Now we in a pandemic, okay? I don't know if a pandemic don't mature you. I don't know what's going to grow us up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going to mature us, because I mean, it took me a minute now. It took me a minute, but it hit before the pandemic hit. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes to a point where, okay, is this how I want to be treated? Is this how I want to be loved? Is this person loving me like I would want to be loved? Is this person respecting me like I would want to be loved? Is this the love of God? What would Jesus do? Y'all see what I'm saying? When we really sit with ourselves and we begin to say, okay, did I really get in a relationship with somebody that I just want to, do bad? Treat bad, talk too bad, humiliate, publicly shame, I'm talking about like literally while you in the relationship too. I'm talking about literally while you're in a relationship. Or, okay, do I want somebody that I could love like I want to be loved? That I can reciprocate, honor to. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to be with somebody that's gonna dishonor them, bring shame to them, make them feel like they're nothing? And I'm just telling y'all, I was guilty of that. Let me tell you, I was guilty of it by default because I couldn't say I knew better. But honey, the better that I knew to do, I still couldn't do it because I had to really be delivered from a lot of behavior patterns. I mean, all kind of toxic stuff. This is just me. This is just me and my business. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors with you and your business. But if you find yourself in this, and let me tell you, I did a live a few months ago just about now I understand why us as women respecting the man is so important. And I understand why God, was telling the man to love the woman, because those right there, it embodies honor. It embodies honor. It embodies honor. And before I dishonor somebody, I will never, ever say I do, ever. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to get to the point. Okay, what they say, first time, shame on you. Second time, shame on them. Shame on you. Okay, now third time, come on now. Come on. We got to get to the point where we don't go out our way to bring shame to somebody that we say we love. Because let me tell you, actions speak louder than words. And what I had to learn, I'm telling you, this is what I had to learn was me. Me, let me tell you. Oh, if you wanted a whole big bang, I'm about to give it to you after you done like hurt my feelings or whatever like that. This is why you got to learn yourself. I'm a feely type person. I'm and it's not because I'm a woman. I'm just I'm very empathetic. I'm sympathetic. I'm an emotional feely. I feel it. If I ain't feeling it, you gonna know. If I'm feeling it, you gonna know. That's me. So what I had to learn to do is in me maturing, I had to learn self-control, because if I embodied and obtained self-control, then that means if somebody tried to provoke me by embarrassing me, because let me tell you what's embarrassment. When somebody cheating on you, when somebody disrespecting you, when somebody treating you one way in public and treating you a whole nother way at home, I'm telling you, that's embarrassing. Because now you got me you got them looking at me crazy if I don't want to put on no fake smile with you, because really I want to just look at you like how I'm gonna look at you when we look at each other behind closed doors. See, I don't know about nobody else, but yeah, if you ain't talk to me all day, and now you want to smile when we in front of people, and then I give you that look like, who you looking and smiling at while we in front of these people? It would be, act. That's not how a lady act. That's not how a wife act. And see, this why I don't really do the acting thing. I don't like it, because people will always try to make the woman bow to the subpar service and piss poor performance of the spouse, and vice versa. It can happen vice versa too. But I just want to just keep it real, just on how many times I done been corrected. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm responding how I feel. But it took the Lord to teach me, okay, yeah, that person, I'm going to deal with them. Because, yeah, they probably not treating you right. But I got to teach you how to respond with grace, with dignity, with tact, and not act a fool to lose your witness, Tiffany. I'm just talking to somebody that just may need some understanding on how the Lord had helped me through this. Because when I say I would act the whole fool, embarrassing my spouse, at the end of the day, this is the person that I chose. You see what I'm saying? I chose this person. So now, not only did I choose this person, which was the wrong person, but I'm going out my way to act unladylike, Act out of character if needed to be. You know what I'm saying? From a place of hurt, from a place of brokenness, because I did not know how to even effectively communicate in the right place at the right time how I felt about any disrespect, anything that I did not appreciate inside of this relationship, which was a marriage. I'm talking about a marriage, but this can happen in relationships, friendships, whatever. Because let me tell you, nobody wants to be embarrassed. Nobody want to feel stupid. Nobody want to look stupid. Nobody want to be unappreciated. Nobody want to be treated like they not wanted. Nobody wants that. Let's be honest. Nobody don't want that, male or female. Nobody wants that. So I'm sharing this tonight because people are real life taking people that love them for granted. And we got to be mindful of that. We really got to be mindful of that. Because one thing about love, it endures all. Let me tell you. But you got to know, if somebody don't appreciate you and they don't value you and they don't see your worth, let me tell you, because when somebody see value in something, when somebody see worth in it, they don't mistreat it. They don't mishandle it. You know why? I was acting out and embarrassing them because I really didn't know who I was. The moment you begin to know who you are less likely to subject yourself to piss poor performance. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to help somebody right now. Before you sit right there and get yourself into something that you might not make it out of. Because just being human nature, we were like we desire and want to be loved. We want it. You got to be able to identify healthy love versus toxic love. From somebody trying to control you and manipulate you, from somebody that genuinely respect, honor, and values you and see your worth. Because if not, let me tell you, you will find yourself in situations either being embarrassed or being the one to embarrass somebody. And there's nothing worse than being with somebody that resents you. I don't know who this might be helping tonight, but I'm just letting you know just places where I had to grow from. Because, baby, if you thinking you about to embarrass me, and if I'm not about to show you, I'm about to show you a thing or two. But at the end of the day, if it ain't God's way, then who's getting the glory? You see what I'm saying? Who's getting the glory? If, for example, if I'm saying, oh, I'm this woman, this type of woman, a businesswoman, less more a woman of God, and then I allow someone to continue to provoke me to the point I act unprofessional, ungodly, undignified, and uncouth, like my middle school teacher would call us when we was acting up in class. Who do you think that's representing? Who do you think that is representing? Who do you think gotta outlive that shame? It was you. But at the end of the day, when you bring shame to your name, and if you're saying you a worker for the Lord, then you bringing shame to God. Let me tell you, we got to get to a point where we understand it's bigger than us. Let me tell you, anytime and every time when I did bring embarrassment or I dishonored the spouses that I was with, I wasn't only dishonoring them and embarrassing them, I was embarrassing myself, and I was bringing shame to God's name. Because I was the one that said that I was a woman of God. I was the one that said I loved God. So we got to get to a point, male or female, husband or wife, understand when you say you love God, in the fear of God, in the reverence of God, you would honor your spouse. You would honor your spouse. You would do things, to make sure that honor is brought. No shame. Sometimes, when we get married, it's so many women that's thinking they men. Don't get it twisted. I'm a woman, but I ain't no weak woman. I ain't no chump, but I already know a man don't need my last name. We would get the man's name, and we thinking, okay, all right, if bringing shame to the name, meaning if I done took on your last name, meaning I'm representing you, and then you do something, whether you doing something in the DM, whether you doing something at work, whether you mistreat me behind closed doors, you're bringing shame to your name and you're dishonoring God. You're dishonoring God. And I think we forget that ministry starts at home. Ministry starts at home. It don't start at work. It don't start at church. It don't start wherever we think it's supposed to be. No, it starts at home. Who's inside your house? Are you honoring them that's in your house, from the head of the household to the little children that's getting birthed? I'm telling you, I know it ain't no way that God got me over here repenting and apologizing to my own children. I mean, God be correcting me. God be rebuking me. And I got children. It don't matter if they was boys, girls, or whatever. Ain't no way God will do that. And then God ain't correcting or convicting, those that are mistreating their spouses. I'm just calling a flag on play. I'm gonna call a flag on play. I know I'm not currently married or anything like that. I am happily single and divorced. I really am. Okay, well, I am a bride of Christ. It is what it is. I am the bride of Christ, and I ain't sorry about it. I'm embracing this season, but I dare not share this because somebody needs to know that you're gonna have to do better. Because we're going into 2022 with a season of power, prosperity. Let me tell you, 2 is better than 1 because the reward is greater. What good is it with being with somebody and you're not going to appreciate the partnership? Let me tell you, ask yourself, is you the type of partner you would want to be with? Is you the type of partner that you would want to be with? People are going through too many things emotionally, mentally, spiritually to be sleeping with their enemy. If you don't want the person that you with, you gonna need to repent and figure out and get some instructions. Because let me tell you, you need to follow peace with all men, holiness without no man shall see the Lord. I'm telling you, I would not trade this peace in my life for none of the chaos that God had to deliver me out of. And nobody in this season, in this time right now, want to be dealing with the stress of drama, the stress of relationship. We need to figure out how to work together. If you want to make it work, let me tell you, make it work. If you got a pastor, then your pastor is supposed to help you figure out how to make this thing work. You don't got to be embarrassed. Everybody marriages be having issues and things going on. That's one of the things we worry about. Worry about who gonna think what. The pastor marriage ain't even all of that, okay? It ain't nothing perfect. But get with somebody that's going to want you to win. If you got to go outside of your pastor and get you some counseling or some marital, some type of help, get it. Let me tell you, when you really want help, and a lot of people need individual help. A lot of people is in marriages and they should have stayed single for a long time. I'm one of them people. I got married thinking, okay, well, it'll be better. I don't mind loving a person with all I got. But you know what? Oh, no. I'm loving them with all I got, and I ain't getting no love back because they ain't got no love to give. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? So now that I understand what love is supposed to look like, feel like, sound like, and guess what? If it don't look, feel, and sound like it need to be, then guess what? I got enough love in my heart to say it respectfully. No. That ain't going to work. Not that type of love over here. I don't know where you get that from. Yeah, matter of fact, I might do know where you get it from. You want to talk about it? You need some help or something like that, because you ain't gonna be able to do that. Vice versa. When you're in a place of respect, a place of healing, a place of growing, you're gonna begin to respect people. You're gonna respect people enough that people gonna know how to treat you. This is why it's so important to be whole. This is why it's important to reclaim your pearls. This is why it's important because people, and I'm telling y'all, I get this all the time, but sometimes people are like, well, I don't know how to approach you. One season I was like, Lord, make me approachable. But no. No, you know how to approach me. You approach people with a hey or respect. You approach respect on respect. That's why I don't care if somebody don't like me or not. But at the end of the day, oh yeah, respect gonna be due. Because guess what? I done been taught how to give it to the next person. This is why your season of singleness should be wholeness, not you trying to go to this, that, and people around here red flagging and bragging on being toxic and all of this and all that. No. The number one cause of death is stress, relationship stress. You want to see how a person doing? If you want to really know how a person is treating somebody, all you got to do is look at their spouse. The wife is a direct reflection of the husband. Let me tell you, you supposed to wash your woman, wash your wife with love. She acting a fool. A sanctified wife will sanctify the husband, sanctify the wife. Way to love at. Way to washing of the word. Way to love at. Way to respect that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I had to get taught. I had to get taught how to respect. Because I was brought up, it wasn't no male figure to respect, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my great-granddaddy was there. I love my great-granddaddy, and I respect my elders. But I had to be taught how to respect the man. This is something God himself had to really teach me. So I'm just sharing this because all my 20s, y'all wasn't there when I was in the car sitting on my hands like, Lord, I'm trying not to knock this Negro out. Okay? Because you see what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't in the car with me. Y'all wasn't in the car with me when I'm trying to sit on my hands like, Lord, really teach me how to obtain self-control, because I don't like how this person is making excuse for this, doing that, treat me like this, getting caught doing that and all of this and that. And guess what? I ain't had enough love for me to walk away and leave it. I thought that, okay, you keep fighting through it, fight with them, fight through it, fight. Oh, no. The fight is off. The fight is over. I'm walking away. And when I walk away, it'll give me time to clear my head. And, because it's nothing wrong with clearing your head. It's nothing wrong with gathering your thoughts. It's nothing wrong with that. I had to learn this, because once I done clear my head and gather my thoughts, then this what and done pray, meditate, whatever I needed to do, then okay, this what it's about to be. This what it's about to be, because this ain't what it's gonna be. And just learning how to even have those conversations respectfully, especially with a person that my voice carries. I got a heavy, voice. It ain't super soft. So, and I talk with my hands and all that. Ain't no man want all that going on and everything. And imagine if you in public, like, what you saying? Because, these are things I had to really learn, work on, and hold myself accountable. Because I definitely don't want y'all to think that, yes, what's up, Queen? I don't ever want nobody to feel like, and let me tell you, the reason why I'm sharing is because I don't want nobody to give up on love and marriage, because a lot of people was expecting my marriage to work. Okay, marriages. Okay, and I'm sharing because at the end of the day, it's what they say. It's more than one side to a story. It's about 3 sides to a story. They side, my side, and the truth, God's side. Okay, so I do share my truth. And this is just me sharing just a part of, let me tell you, if it was a picture by the word embarrassment and show out in the dictionary, my picture probably was bad, because I'd be like, what you said, Negro? And then you got the audacity. But it wasn't what they say. It ain't what you say. It's how you say it. And for me, it was where I said it, child, because I'd say it in the church. What? And let me tell you, I had to reclaim my pearls, baby. I had to go find all of them. I must have had marbles, okay? I must have marbles. So I'm just hoping that the people that are single, be whole, be healthy. And let me tell you, a lot of people, men and females, let me tell you, they respect your girl. For those that don't know, I am Tiffany, Empower, Impact, Ignite. And I get some brothers that be like, boy, any old man ain't going to be able to step to you. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. Don't look at that stuff as a discouragement, because guess what? You know what? And sometimes people do judge a book by its cover, but I was all bark, no bite, honey. Was getting ran over left and right. But now that I done let the Lord teach me how to be a lady, I done let the Lord teach me how to have some self-control. I got my sense. I got my mind right. You know what I'm saying? I know how to respect others. I know how to do unto others as I would have done unto me. So guess what? If I got to walk away, if I got to address it, yes, my husband gonna love it here. Your husband is gonna get an amazing wife, honey, and you are worth the wait. And I'm over there, you worth the wait, and he clearly must be gonna worth the wait, because God ain't gonna give you no trash after all of this. This is stuff I wish I knew. And let me tell you, when I first got married, I got married to an ex-con, and I had just gave my life to Christ. So I was a baby in Christ, honey, trying to evangelize my husband. And really, I needed etiquette lessons. I needed to teach me how to be a good wife, honey, without you just saying I gotta you. And then we didn't have a baby that first year. We kind of had the baby the next, like within that first year though. But it was like, okay, it was some things that if we would have knew how to really grow, especially me, it could have had a better possibility. But hey, I'm fine with the lesson learned. I promise you, I'm fine, because I was settling. But I'm like, when I really look back, I'm like, dang, they'll be telling me, oh, he ain't filled with the Holy Ghost. So now I'm all at church like, hey, you need to get the Holy Ghost, bro. I'm like, you need to get the Holy Ghost. I'm in evangelist mode. Still, I'm being me. I'm doing what I'm thinking I know to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but really, I could have bit the bullet on that, kept loving the person that I felt like I love, you know what I'm saying, with the love of God, and not do a lot of embarrassing stuff. I'm talking about at the job, at the stoplight, in the car, in the community. Well, let me tell you, this is why I be on here really honestly trying to give back and serve, because I know where the Lord has brought me from. And I really be praying that the Lord, touch their hearts as well. Mind you, I already done apologized for my own stuff. I know how to own up to my own stuff, be accountable. But apology, what good is an apology without change behavior? You see what I'm saying? What good is you if you still doing the same thing? No, repentance is you turning from that way, from your evil ways, you know what I'm saying? Humbling yourself, before God, praying, seeking God's face, so he can hear our cry, so he can heal our land, our hearts, us. You know what I'm saying? The 2 Chronicles. Okay, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, pray, seek my face, turn from their wicked ways. This what I had to do. If I say I'm called, if I say I'm God's people, I had to humble myself. I had to pray. I had to turn from my wicked ways. I had to sit on my hands. Like, Lord, I want to knock them out. I get that from my mama. I can't knock them out. Y'all wasn't there in 2012, honey. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, baby, in Decatur, baby, sitting on my hands. And the minister, my minister Leah, she said, let me tell you, if you say you love God, I'm going to have to question that you love God if you act like X, Y, and Z. And from that moment, I still had some more growing to do. But let me tell you, she said it so gracefully. She didn't judge me or nothing. She said, I'm going to have to question you. And I said, you know what? I don't want no one to ever question if I truly love God. So I'm like, Lord, pray. I had to pray. I was like, Lord, help change me. When Tamla Man sang that song, change me, oh God, make me more like you. I need you to change me. Come on. I knew I was the aggressor. And I was the aggressor in the point when I was done wrong. Now I'm about to show out. But let me tell you what I don't like. And I just had to tell this to my son. I told this to my son. is nothing worse than a passive aggressive person. I can't stand no passive aggressive person. I would rather you know where I'm coming from, so you can just feel all the way I'm coming from. Because if you feel me, then we could probably get somewhere. That's just how I think. That's how I'm wired. Versus you act like, oh, you ain't doing nothing. But really, you done what you needed to do. And now I'm reacting to what you have done to me, and nobody probably saw it. I'm trying to let y'all know. This is a class on manipulation 101. Manipulation 101, baby. So what I had to do is to learn that the enemy is who was studying me. And he knew that Tiffany is a reactor. Tiffany. Oh, yeah. And let me tell you, I react so quick. Because the crazy thing, I love talking. I love expressing myself. That's why I'm big on people just sharing how they feel. Because when you can't express yourself and you don't know how to talk, and all you know is if you ain't hearing me, you gonna feel me. The enemy will have you showing your tail like a plum fool in these streets. And you got to get to a point whether you're going to be like, okay, all right, okay. So if God ain't using me, then the enemy is using me, or the inner me is using me. And at the end of the day, if God ain't using me, I'm probably not winning. Because in the flesh, it dwells no good thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just, y'all let me know if y'all feeling, you know, what I'm talking about, where I'm coming from. Because I'm just trying to let my girls know that we have growing to do. Even in the growing and the maturing, it's still a level of accountability that we can hold ourselves to. And at the same time, don't sit around here and let somebody have your good evil spoken of. I'll say that. Because as much as God may have wanted me to do, if I was still around here acting like how I was acting when I was like 23, 22, 29, 18, all of that, y'all wouldn't want to hear nothing what I'm talking about. Some of y'all may, you know what I'm saying, if y'all on that thug life, you know, all of that. But I can't afford to sit my Holy Ghost down. I can't afford to let nobody take me back where the Lord has brought me from. I can't afford to let nobody mistreat me. And I can't afford to be going around here mistreating nobody. So the best thing that I can do is make sure that I'm practicing what I'm preaching. Because see, and this, my own dentist told me this, you know, because people have casual conversation. A lot of times people want the title and the accolades of the public. But at the end of the day, if you really want to know about a person, ask who live with they behind. If you want to know anything about me, I got 3 children. You can ask them. And let me tell you, you want to know the truth. The children going to tell you the truth. If you also want to know about me, I do have 3 other siblings. I got a mother that's living. And I got 4. And then I got some exes. So at the end of the day, whatever they say, you can compare it to whatever you see. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Because if you really want to know a lot about a person, all you got to do is watch. Watch how they move. Watch how they move. And the crazy thing is, I done had so many people, and I'm over here telling them myself, they done seen me show out and embarrass these people. Yep, I've been guilty of it. God see me. No, we can't hide nothing from God. But some of the same people that saw me show out is the same people that encouraged me and tell me that they are proud of my growth. And some of the same people that knew what they did to embarrass me done came back and said, I didn't, you know, I really didn't realize it was you like that. Because sometimes they want it, they want to blame the other person. They want to have somebody to point the finger at. See, this is why accountability is so important. So, okay, I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna own it. Yes, I embarrassed you. Yes, I disrespect you, and I talked it to you with the wrong tone. I have to work on that. I need to get me some help. Okay. Now, I wasn't even mature enough to say that then, like this, but that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. That's what it was, and that's what it is. So if you need help, and if you need to be taught how to treat somebody, because we living on social media. I was looking at one little reel, and it was a male dog waiting to the trunk, the hood lift up, and then he was seeing his puppies, and then he was loving on his puppies. Now, if an animal know how to love, respect, honor, what are we doing? What are we? We're humans. We're the greatest creation God made. We're the greatest creation. Let me tell you, we are the angels had that. What is man that you're mindful of them? So if we got to get to a point, and let me tell you, and I'm going to keep it real, and I'm like, dang, I got 3 male children. Men are mistreated, and the black woman is mistreated like a mug. We got to change the narrative to begin to really show respect and honor, even if it's I love and respect you enough to if we gonna come to agree, or we gonna agree to disagree, that agree that this ain't working. We're gonna agree that for peace sake, I will co-parent with you. We can leave this right here where it's at. If I can't bring no honor in it, if I'm not willing to do what I need to do to treat you right, to treat you like you deserve, let it go. Let it go. Because let me tell you, stress is the #1 killer. Humans are designed and created to be loved and give love. Like, what is going on? It do not take rocket science. You don't know what you got until it's gone. You do not know what it's got until it's gone. And yes, some people are laying next to some people and they're thinking about other people. But guess what? If that works for you, fine. Me personally, I would rather be with somebody that truly loves all of me, flaws and all, period. Before you sitting around here making it look like you love me to the world, and I know you are treating me like you hate me, like you despise me, like you cannot stand my guts. I'm free to say this right now. I'm free to say this. I would want to have the same conversation, and I'm telling you, in my next relationship, they're not gonna be able to get in my way of conversations like this. This is a serious matter. I don't want nobody that don't want me. I don't want it. I don't want no fake nothing. I don't want fake friendships. I don't want fake parentalship. If you don't want me to be your mama, I tell my kids this. Y'all don't want me to be your mama, let me tell you, somebody wish I was their mama. Somebody waiting on a mama. Please. You don't want me to be your daughter? Somebody waiting on a daughter. You don't want me to be your wife? Somebody waiting on a wife. You got to get some self-confidence and some self-esteem around here. Because at the end of the day, once you have asked for forgiveness, once you have held yourself accountable, once you have done the work and you willing to grow, you got to be willing to change. I know I came from the hood. My grandma knew it's so mixed, like that hood rat behavior, like ghetto bougie, like hood classy, like that's why I don't be singing that thing like ratchet, classy bougie, that I'm like, golly, you know what I'm saying? Because I be like, child, for real, Lord, I thank you. Because that ratchetness, boy, that thing hard to let go. When you let it go, it's gone. I cannot let nothing provoke me to no ratchet behavior, because I know what it's like to be savage, ratchet. I'm just stay on the classic side, keeping it real 100 side, minding my business side, because let me tell you, God don't want his daughters to be acting ratchet up out here in these streets. He don't want his sons to be out here ratchet and just acting real savagery up out in these streets. But at the end of the day, we all got to give account for ourselves. We ain't going to be able to point the finger and blame it on nobody else. So I just hope that something that I said is encouraging you to reclaim your pearls. I'm telling you, encourage you to reclaim your pearls, because now that I know better, I'm going to do better. And I sit back and I laugh, because even my exes was like, oh, I'm too much. Now, mind you, they're telling me I'm too much, and I wasn't even whole. I was just as real as I knew to be. I wasn't even whole. So now that I'm whole, I'm healthy, I'm a respectable woman, the man that's not for me is the one that's gonna say I'm too much. Let me help somebody. Let me help you understand how to identify the counterfeits. Because the man that's not for me and the friends that's not for me, they gonna say, oh, she too much. She too much. No, I ain't too much. You might not be enough. I might not be for you. I just might not be your cup of tea, your glass of milk, whatever you want to call it. But no. I am enough. More than enough. Not even just enough for the right person. The right person. Y'all better get y'all some worth. And let me tell you, maybe it's because I got my Worthy shirt on. This is my Worthy shirt. I wore this today. Shakobi. This is a sister that I met a few years ago from out of Charleston, South Carolina. And y'all already know, represent for the Queens. And y'all already know the American team. Y'all already know. So I'm over here just minding my business, and I definitely wanted to just let it be known, we as women, we don't mind being accountable, okay? It doesn't matter if you want to say the alpha woman or whatever like that, because it's women that are not as loud as me, not as expressive as me, and baby, they show out. They show out. They show out. And what I learned from them, they may just know how to not, put all their business out in the streets, which that's something that I had to learn how to do. Meaning, okay, don't be doing all that, because guess what? That's gonna bring shame to my name. My name, meaning even if I got this man's name, my sons, I don't want to be like somebody talk to see my sons and they be like, man, I think I saw your mom at the store acting ghetto or something like that. I don't want to bring no shame to my family. I don't want to do it. So I got to make sure that I'm wise enough to know if somebody is trying to gaslight me, provoke me to doing and taking me back to anything that God has delivered me from. See, this is when it gets personal. When it really gets personal, then you like, no. I can't let nothing take me back, because I won't go back. I refuse to go back. I refuse to go back to there, because yes, and there's nothing wrong with us learning, y'all. We will forever learn. And when you get each relationship, when relationships don't work, it's life after divorce, it's life after a relationship or whatever like that. Let me tell you, that is a new relationship. So now you're learning this person. You need to know you so that person can learn you. Get with somebody that wants to know you. Get with somebody that wants to know all about you. One thing I love about the word of God, because even in there it says the husband deals with the wife according to knowledge. So if you know her, you know what turns her on, what aggravates her, what will make her cry, what will do what to her if you're spending that time with her, if you're being intimate. Intimate is conversations. It's not even just sex. Let me tell you, I'm not getting with nobody that's just gonna treat me like no sex toy either. I mean, we gotta understand, because in the days, they like, okay, well, that's the wife, that's the husband. Okay, we know our body's not our own, but let me tell you, it's more than sex. It's more than sex. It's respect. It's honor. It's love. It's intimacy. It's compassion. It's caring. It's being tender. Like, I had somebody, if I care about it, I mean, you might not care about it like I care about it, but I'm gonna need to know, do you care about what I care about? Because dang, you ain't never gonna care about what I care about. Never. I might not care about your football team, but shoot, if I'm into you, I'm about to care about somebody, what's going on? Did y'all win? What's going on? Y'all up? Y'all down? You good with that loss? You know, because when somebody love you, they gonna care about what you care about to the nitty gritty. To the nitty gritty. That's why I'm, baby. I thought I knew how to love until I experienced, like, God is showing me a whole nother level of love. Like, love. It almost literally is bringing tears to my eyes because so many people have not experienced true love. Like, so many people have not experienced true love, and true love is truly from the love of God. When you experience true love, and we're not perfect, y'all. Humans, that's what I'm saying. We as humans, mom's not perfect, wives not perfect, husbands not perfect, okay? Sisters not perfect, brothers not perfect. Listen, but when you experience it, you don't want somebody to be hurt that you love. You don't. You don't. You don't. You do not. You want them to feel that love. You want them to hear it. I mean, if you can say it, but you want to show it. You know, like today. And I know I'm talking about spouses and marriage. And when I picked my sons up today, I said, you know what? I'm gonna get them these little snacks. You know, the snacks that got the cheese and the pretzels and the graham crackers or whatever. They got like a Paw Patrol one, and then they got this other one. I said, when I pick them up today, I'm going to give them these snacks because I want them to know I was thinking about them. These are my sons. But I need to show them that I love them, and I need to teach them, like, because I mean, it's we try to say, do as I say, not as I do, but people gonna do what you do. So when I gave them the unexpected gift, mind you, my kids are super chill. They don't ask for much of nothing. When I gave Casey his, he was like, oh, thanks, Mom. I think he gave me a hug, if I'm not mistaken. And Zay, he was appreciative. Casey done messing around. Zay left his snack hanging around Casey. And Casey done ate his snack. I had to tell Casey to apologize for me and Zay's snack. But it's just the thoughtfulness of love. Somebody want to know that you've been thinking about them, that you on their mind. You can't hurt somebody that you want to see smile. Okay? I'm just telling you. And I almost could say never, but God is doing a new thing. God is doing a new thing. But 9 times out of 10, if you see a woman smiling, a man that goes out of the way to make his woman smile, that woman making that man smile. We gotta, because women naturally, we try to find ways to make the man that we love smile. And if I'm not making you smile, then I probably am not loving you, because you probably ain't loving me either. You see what I'm saying? But I remember forgetting about the former things and still trying to do the new thing. You know what I'm saying? Put in the work of the new thing. Put in the work of the new thing. Okay. Implement new strategies, new behaviors. And let me tell you, my new behaviors, I showed out so bad, my new behaviors was scary. My ex said, man, you treat me so good, I can't trust it. I can't trust it. Let me tell you, I'm just trying to help somebody understand. But when real change happened, that's what happened. Because at the end of the day, I made up my mind I wanted to change. But when I tell you, when I say, and guess what? He was waiting on me to flip out. I want to say flip the, bloop out. Because what he did, I found out that I caught him. But I was to a point that I was so tired of fighting. I was so tired of fussing. I was so tired of acting out. I was tired. I was like, okay, I'll give you that. This how broken I was. I'm gonna give you that because I already had done showed out a lot, and this was just the wrong, rough, rocky start, man. For real. Because I done got myself into something, and I'm willing to put in the work to undo what I done got myself into. That's just me. This is me sharing. This is me. Okay, this is me. I'm telling y'all some of my truth. This stuff is old. This stuff is super old. And at that time, I was so tired of fighting, like that part on Color Purple, like all my life I gotta fight. Like, what in the world is going on? Like, dang, you say you wanted a relationship, you done asked me to marry you, and then now you're not putting in the work that it takes to, maintain this marriage. I mean, I'm willing to put in the work the best way I know how, but it was still a lot of growing that I needed to do. And I'm talking about stuff like back in the day. Back, like, this is like 10 years old. So I'm like, okay, I was tired. I was tired of fighting. I was ready for change. So God began to work. You know what I'm saying? I was giving God something to work with. I was like, okay, I knew that my behaviors, my actions, those wasn't gonna work. I actually thought that it could have been reconciled. But even in that, you can only have it was irreconcilable differences, and you can only be with somebody that want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people want that cake and eat it too. That's why a lot of people is causing heartache, turmoil, and drama and chaos in the person that they so-called love life, because they want that cake and eat it too. They don't want to be single because they don't want to be alone, but they don't want to bring love and happiness into a relationship. They want that cake and eat it too. They don't want to really sleep all around, but they'll sleep with you, or have you right there waiting on them while they sleeping with whoever they want to sleep with. And that's when it gets to the selfishness of, the people are lovers of themselves. They don't want to love somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But like the old song say, it's so good, yeah, loving somebody and some. I'm just saying it because I know people might think that single people can't be happy, can't, enjoy their singleness or whatever. It's nothing wrong with being single. It's nothing wrong with being whole. It's nothing wrong with waiting. It's nothing wrong with having standards. It's nothing wrong with changing. It's nothing wrong with admitting your wrongs. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with working it out. There's nothing wrong with apologizing. There's nothing wrong with being humble. There's nothing wrong with it. But let me tell you, before I get with somebody or allow another person to mistreat me, because, I ain't going to mistreat you. I might got to apologize. But I try to make it my business to treat people right. How I would want to be treated, with a level of understanding. Okay, understanding. What I need from you is understanding. I ain't about to be playing all these songs around the house no more, because I'm going to get the understanding that I need and deserve, because I'm going to be with somebody that want to understand me. I'm going to be with somebody that want to love me. Not somebody that just want to be playing these games, somebody playing with your heart, playing with your emotions, leaving you to shreds and pieces because of that. You know how they be saying, two can play that game. We can't afford to play those type of games. That's a dangerous thing. That's a dangerous thing to do. Play with people's heart. A lot of people have already been through a lot of heartbreaks. A lot of people don't know how to handle a lot of people don't know how to handle life right now. So you don't want to be the one that makes someone, that triggers someone to really explode. You got to think about that. A lot of people are dealing with so much pressure, and they get in these situationships, and everybody's just not going to let you play with their heart. Everybody's not going to do it. Everybody's not going to let you disrespect them. Everybody's not going to let you mistreat them. Everybody's not going to let you cheat on them. I do not condone violence. Hello, what's going on, woman of God? I don't condone it. I do not condone it. I don't condone people being mistreated. Okay. I don't condone that, male or female. I don't condone people bottling up their emotions and not expressing themselves because they feel like that person got a right to mistreat them like that. No, 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 no. The devil is a liar. I'm an advocate of, if you don't know how to express it, then guess what? You might need to write it down in a letter. And if you're the person that's reading the letter, you need to read the letter, calm down, take a deep breath, read the letter again, sentence by sentence, break it down and get some understanding, because you need to respect what that person is saying. And you need to ask yourself why that person don't even know how to come and talk to you, because everybody can talk. Everybody got a mouth. Okay, why you can't sit down over dinner and express yourself? Why is your wife or husband afraid to communicate themselves with you? And if it's some things that they haven't dealt with from childhood trauma and issues of dysfunctions and stuff, then they need to deal with that. And you should want to see them deal with that and work through that, because guess what it's going to do? It's going to bless your marriage, your household, and your children. And it's going to break generational cycles. It's going to break the chain. And if you want to be a part of the chain breaking generation and the cycle breakers and the curse breakers and all of that, then you're going to do what it is you need to do to put in the work. So that way you're not repeating the cycles of broken, dysfunctional families, dysfunctional relationships that's sexist, egotistical, and they don't respect male or female. So I'm just here to let y'all know I'm on assignment, because we are reclaiming our pearls. And God told me, as you can get one of your brothers to open it for you. As we reclaim our pearls, get whole, get healthy, get healed, of course, your voice, your demeanor, your esteem, all of that is going to rise, women, girls, queens. Yes. And while God is healing us, it is not to be used as a tool to tear down his men. We can't do that. We can't do that. That ain't going to work. Anytime I speak to a brother, and let me tell you, this is real. If they come trying to talk about what somebody else doing, trying to play the victim, I hit them with a well, boom, 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 boom. And guess what they say? Sus, you right. Well, if that was your daughter, boom, 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 boom. Well, you know what? I ain't look at it that way. You're right. And am I always right? No. But one thing I have let life do, teach me plenty lessons. A lot of my bad decisions, bad choices, done taught me plenty lessons. And at the end of the day, I will never hate or want to see the next person fail if they don't got to. Because a lot of people just need somebody that can believe in them. A lot of people just need somebody that can tell them to keep fighting. And then sometimes you need somebody that can tell you, all right, you know you worth better than that. And it don't need to be somebody telling you you worth better than something and they watching you mistreat somebody. They need to tell you you need to treat that person with respect too, because it's a lot of toxic behavior going on in families, in-laws, all kind of stuff going on in ministry, outside of ministry, in the hood, out the hood, whatever. I'm telling you what I know. That's why you got to have your mind made up for yourself. If you're with somebody and you want it, you need to work it out. If you don't want it, be man or woman to say, you know what, I don't want this anymore. I feel like I can be treated better. I don't like how you're treating me. Hey, we need some time to think about this, to reconsider it, some time apart. And I'm just saying, because if you're not being treated right, this don't mean time apart to cheat. This mean if you ain't treating each other right and you misrepresenting what marriage is supposed to look like in front of your kids, then maybe, yeah, let's see if you really want to be by yourself, because you around here acting like you by yourself. Do you want it? You in or you out? See, I'm that type of person. Either I'm all in or I'm all out. I don't know how to be half into something. Either I'm all in, you gonna know I'm in it. And when I'm out, peace. Now I done learned how to get out so quick, you won't even hear me say I'm out. You won't even hear me say I'm out. Because it's nothing up for discussion, because I already done told you, I already done thought about it, I done prayed about it, and if you still mistreat me, I done learned how to walk away. I heard control alt delete. Control alt into the delete. Because when you understand your value, You don't wallow in no pig pen, in no mess. You don't. Hey. Because let me tell you what I learned. That's right, Mahogany. Let me tell you what I know. People love a show. I had to stop being their entertainment, the clown of the show. They was waiting on me to show out. Oh, you waiting on me to give you a piece of my mind. That's why I ain't got no piece of no mind to give nobody. I need all my mind. I ain't gonna give you no piece of my mind, because if you ain't heard me when I was talking, you will hear me in my absence. Let me tell you, when you get you some sense about yourself, when you get serious about you, I'm so serious about me. I was so broken. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. I got to let my sons know. Let me tell you, you ain't got to be intimidated by no woman that love herself. Let that woman love herself. Love that woman. Don't ever be intimidated by no strength of a woman. A woman's strength shouldn't intimidate nobody. You should be like, ooh, she, yeah. Do not lower your standards. That's right. Do not. My son, if they act like they want them an old, weak, low self-esteem woman, I'm going to ask them what is their problem. And I'm going to need them to know that they need to make sure they got some esteem about themselves. And they ain't dealing with no insecurities and no jealousness and nothing that. That's why I'm like, okay, what's going on? Let me know any issues that you got with me. I put myself on the chopping block. Let me know if y'all got any issues with me in the area, anything I need to do better, sons. Anything I need to do better. Do I need to spend more time with you? Do I need to speak to you a little more respectful? Do I need to do this a little more? What do I need to do? And that's your strength. That's your strength. Humility. In our weakness, God's strength is made perfect. I'm telling y'all, let's change the narrative. Let's quit trying to get all these rewards and trophies by these public platforms, and you really performing piss poor at home. Piss poor performance at home. Piss poor performance at home. I said what I said. I mean what I mean. Can't nobody check me but the Lord. Can't nobody check me but the Lord. Let's not want accolades outside of the house and in the community. Because I was told, hey, it's a poor frog that don't praise their own pond. So ladies, make sure you clapping it up. You know they got them better rights. Them better rights are still out here. Better rights. She the cleanup woman. Y'all already know about them. Clap it up. Even the small wins. But you love yourself enough to love him. Love yourself enough to know when somebody ain't loving you, you got the right to walk away. Love yourself enough to make sure that you're not out here making a fool of yourself, allowing nobody to make you look like a fool because of how they are provoking you and how they are gaslighting you. Study yourself, learn yourself. This is where personal development come in. This is where self-care come in. Learn you. We so busy trying to learn and love a man, we don't even know ourselves. We don't even know ourselves. I'm telling y'all from my own mistakes, from my own guilt, from my own convictions. But all I know is my intentions was pure. My intentions, because wow, long suffering. If they would have had the patience to love me like the love of Christ, like Christ loved the church, then they would have had to mature me. A lot of people can't have to mature you. They can't handle you. They can't handle the whole you. They want the broken you. They want the less shining you. That's the counterfeit. Because the real one gonna want you to shine at your best. They're gonna want to do things to even make sure they present you faultless. Okay? Yeah. When you love something, you protect it. I'm telling you, at all costs. And there's nothing. Let me tell you one thing about a woman, especially black women. We might not do it. I used to pray. I used to be like, Lord, help me be like a white woman. No, you know what? I did. I used to be like, man, help me soften me up because she out there doing everything the man want. But let me tell you, when a woman love a black woman, let me tell you, she don't play about her. She don't play. But you gotta, what I learned, I gotta not be playing about mine, but I gotta get somebody that don't play about me. I gotta get somebody that don't play about me. See, I don't play about my family. I don't play about my household. I thought I wasn't playing, but then I was playing. And then I was being played. But now that I know better, it ain't that I don't mind protecting my stuff. And see, that's why I had to learn how to talk. I got to learn respect. I got to learn how to protect. I can't let my mouth allow me to publicly humiliate something that I say I love. And then somebody use that as a gateway to get inside and keep my house divided. I can't give no fuel to the enemy. But then now I got to learn how to be with somebody that want to protect me just as much as I want to protect my stuff. So if two people protecting their stuff, because they understand it's an asset, they understand two is better than one, they understand, okay, a house divided can't stand, then you got something. Man, I pray this helps somebody here. This thing helped me. I'm excited. If you are single, be encouraged. If you are in a relationship, if you're married, be encouraged. Seek God for direction and clarity. I'm here to tell you it's life after divorce. I'm an advocate for marriage. I love marriage. I love family. I love relationship. I love it. I love celebrating my sisters. Let me tell you, but nobody knows the feeling of something they never been through. Let me tell you, it was that shame of, oh, this is a failure. It didn't work. That thing, literally, God had to deal with me with that. The shame of, oh, it didn't work. What you thought was going to work, what you fought for to work, what you prayed for to work, what you believed God for to work, it didn't work. That shame. Oh, my God. That's why I'm like, I don't care what nobody say about me. You know how much shame I had to overcome, how much embarrassment, self-inflicted pains, conversations that I had, apologies that I gave, waiting for a closure that I was never going to get to this place of freedom. I will never forfeit it or allow no one to take me back where God has brought me from, because I know what it feels like when you like, dang, I thought that was going to work. I thought we was it. I really thought, you know, we was going to grow old. I just thought this, I thought that. Oh man, we got these kids. Oh man, this, that. What they going to say? Who cares what they going to say? Because guess what? They ain't the ones being mistreated at night. They ain't the ones being cheated on. They ain't the ones being disrespected. They ain't the ones not getting they vows, you know, getting their vows dishonored. Nah, it don't matter what no day say. It don't matter. Cause people gonna talk. This is what I had to learn. I was like, why is people always in my business? I ain't even thinking I got nothing going on. I'm just trying to finally get me a little family. People talk when you got something, when you got nothing, when you got something going on, when you ain't got nothing going on. People gonna talk. They gonna talk, and the same people talking. They talking all about your business because they ain't got no business. They ain't got no business. That's why I get a kick out of coming on here and being transparent. Because the same people be the same people that you be worrying about what they gonna say about you. They be jealous of you married, jealous of you divorced, jealous of you single. Talk about you married, talk about your divorce, talk about you single, talk, whatever they want to do. At the end of the day, let me tell you, don't let nobody stress you out to the point, mistreat you, and have you around here in an early grave. Okay. You don't have to disgrace yourself. You don't have to disgrace and dishonor your family. You don't have to feel bad from being manipulated to the point where people make you feel bad from, really speaking on how you feel about the matter. No. You need to hear where I'm coming from. Let me know when you're ready to listen. See, this when you learn respect. I had to learn, okay, I'm ready to talk now. Everybody ain't ready to talk now. So I have to have enough respect and patience to wait, Tiffany. Okay, so when are we going to talk? Are we going to talk after dinner? Are we going to go out for dinner? Are we going to talk after we make love? Are we going to talk tomorrow for breakfast? Are we going to talk? When we talking? Let me know. Because I'm going to just show you I don't mind waiting, because love don't mind waiting. But when you sweeping it under the rug, because I need you to understand, I don't like how you just did me. Vice versa. This go for male or female. You know what I'm saying? See, this is what I had to learn. Some people, if they don't got to talk about it, they'll never talk about it. And then they wait till things explode. That's not healthy. That's not good. Deal with it, or it's going to pile up, and it's going to deal with you. Every relationship is going to have issues. Nobody is perfect. Nobody. But one thing I can say is when it was all over, all said and done, if I had to stand before my maker and say, hey, I gave it all I got. I threw everything I had at it. Even tried to undo a lot of my wrongs. So I'm okay with not having to turn back to vomit, to this. Because once I walk away, once I'm done, then I'm done, because I fight to the end. I want to work it out to the end, to almost the death of me. But you got to know, God don't want that stuff to kill you. God don't. The blessings from the Lord maketh rich and add no sorrow. The blessings from the Lord maketh rich and add no sorrow. I had to hold on to that word, that scripture or word, that passage of scripture for my dear life. I said, the blessing from the Lord make it rich, add no sorrow, man. What in the world? I'm crying about this. I'm crying about that. I'm fussing about this. I'm fussing about that. But guess what? I had to repent to God for my own doings. What I did, the choices that I allow my flesh to make for me. And Lord, if you get me up out of this, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Lord Jesus. Yes, he did. He rescued me. And I'm grateful for that. I take that super personal, because he didn't have to do it, because I got myself into a mess. I was a mess. And yes, you're right, Queen. Some people do not like to talk. Like, some people are introverts for real. And then you got people like me. Like, I don't mind talking, but I still did not know how to effectively express myself. So some people have to learn how to listen, not to respond. Listen, just respecting what the other person's saying, where they coming from, their perspective. That's what I had to learn, work on a lot. My listening skills. Let that person express themselves, and at the same time, knowing how to express myself enough to say, okay, let me express myself. Are you feeling where I'm coming from? Like, even if it's coming back with a lot of passion, like I'm passionate about what I'm feeling, like that's me. I'm wired like that. So now I know how to not really bottle up my emotions, but I know how to embody what I'm trying to say intelligently. Because what I want is, I need you to hear what I'm saying, because I'm not going to keep saying the same thing. Because if I got to keep saying the same thing, then you must be retarded. And I ain't trying to call you retarded, because then you're going to say I'm insulting you. But I know if I got to keep saying the same thing and you ain't understanding what I'm saying, or if you saying you understood what I'm saying, then why you keep doing the same thing that I just told you I don't want done to me? You know what I'm saying? That's a form of retardation. I'm just being honest. And the same thing go for me. If you tell me something you don't like and I'll keep doing it, you gotta ask me, am I slow or something? What's going on? Because I told you I don't like when you do that to me like that. I don't like when you talk to me that way. Boom, 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 boom. And if there's somebody that you feel like you want to be with or whatever like that, then you're going to respect what they got to say and you're going to adjust or get on through. That's what mature adults need to be able to do. You know, this is definitely a conversation for mature adults. Like mature adults, you're going to have to communicate in a relationship. If you don't want to talk and communicate, don't ask nobody to marry you. Don't ask nobody to marry you. We got to talk. Even if it's just how you doing. It don't got to be talking about issues and problems and dramas. But I mean, how you doing? How your day been? What goals we setting for the family? You know, where are we traveling? What's the plans? What's new? What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Like everything don't got to be wrapped around the tough part of the relationship. Relationships should be fun, exciting, loving. I mean, I'm telling you, now I know better, man. I'll be 35 next year. I know what I need. I know what I don't need. I know what I ain't going for. Heck no. So if you working on you, y'all keep working on you. Do not rush. Do not rush. Do not rush. Do not rush. Deal with your trauma, your issues, things that you probably done picked up from your parents and ain't put down. Cause let me tell you, everybody ain't gonna be tolerating that. Nobody don't care that you get that jump from your mama because what your mama doing probably ain't cool, or your daddy or whatever. So you know, just deal with it. That's really what this boils down to. You dealing with you. Deal with you and your issues. A lot of times as we grow and develop, one thing I know about relationships, excuse me. Oh, 1 second. One thing I know about relationships, it should be growth should be happening. A lot of people don't grow at the same time, but if you want to be with somebody, just the two should be growing. You know, how can two walk together except they agree? All right. Personal development. All right. Maybe your personal development was stronger than the other person's personal development. All right. So do you need to work on your emotional intelligence? All right. Do you need to work on your emotional intelligence? Okay. Maybe you need to grow or begin growing more spiritually because the other person might be here and you might be there. And even in that, that's nothing to be intimidated about. That's nothing to be intimidated about. If somebody know the word of God, okie dokie. If you know God, great. You don't have to be intimidated by your loved one. You know what I'm saying? There's so much competition. I feel like the enemy put a spirit of competition and division, like to just tear the house down, like to dismantle it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, if you want to grow more with God and you want to preach God's words, then study the word of God and get in the presence of God. Until then, if your spouse is preaching and teaching and whatever, pray for them that they get the strength from God to do what it is that they're called to do. And it's a win-win. It's a partnership. It's not that serious. If your spouse is going to college and educating themselves and leveling up, you don't got to be like, well, oh, you think you better than me? Okay, well, do you want to go to college? Do you want to get a trade? Do you want to open a business? What do you want to do? Don't be around here not clapping for your spouse. What kind of haterade is that? And don't be getting no attitude with your spouse when your spouse wants you to level up too. Okay, do you want to get your GED, honey? Do you want to get an associate's degree, honey? Oh, you want to continue to remain a high school dropout, honey? Okay, well, love gonna love you regardless. You love them, but do you not want to level up? You don't want your driver's license? You don't want to do legalized business? All right. You don't want nothing out of life. So you don't want nothing. And then you trying to make me feel bad for wanting something. I'm telling you, got to pay attention to these things. Because this should not be like love and war. If you content and you still proudly supporting, that's one thing. If you discontent and then you hating publicly on something that's your own, that's another thing. And see, that's the worst kind of relationship you could be in, when somebody be jealous. You sleeping with the enemy. You sleeping with the enemy. They will sabotage you. I'm telling you. Call it what you want. They'll sabotage you. They will. Let me tell you, this is what I know. Because my degree, after he walked out on me, oh, what you thinking? I'm about to not get this degree? I'm about to get this because I want it. Because I made up my mind. Now, whatever you want to do with your level of intelligence and education, that's on you. But me personally, I'm going to have to reclaim all of my pearls. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm focused on breaking generational curses. This is me personally. This is Tiffany the person. Tiffany the woman. Tiffany the little girl that God has healed, healing, restored, all of that. Oh, man, I'm about to get this to let the devil know everything you stole from my bloodline, I'm going to get it back, and my son's going to overdo and exceed every and anything that I've done. But watch this. The first graduate out of my grandmother's children, out of my grandma, not just high school, college. Oh no, I ain't got time to play. I ain't got time to play. That's why it's so important who you connect yourself with. That is a spiritual connection. Yeah, it's a spiritual connection. I was dealing with so much warfare. I said, Lord Jesus, y'all think it's just a baby? You think it's just a quickie? You think it? No. You invite unsolicited warfare in your life. You better pay attention to who you get with, who you play with, who you lay with. Y'all better pay attention. You can't afford to let God. Seek God for healing and deliverance, and then you go right back to the pig pen and wallowing in that mess. No, you crazy as you look. That's why I just want to encourage you. Have dignity, operate in decency and order. This Tell It Tuesday, brought to you by I Am Tiffany, Empower, Impact, Ignite. I'm pretty much done here. I hope that something that was said has definitely ignited you to do what it is God is calling you to do. Be who it is God has called you to be. Be where it is God needs you to be. Okay, so you can be doing what it is God needs you to do. Reclaim your pearls, girl. If you need a kingdom coach, someone to help you in areas of life, business, and ministry, feel free to fill out a contact form or register for your session on iamtiffany.org. I thank y'all so much for y'all time. And God bless y'all. Good night. Thanks for everybody that was in the comment sections. Major shouts out to y'all. If you have never did like a complimentary session, if you fill out a contact form, we can hop on a call. Okay, so fill it out. If you've never done your complimentary session and you might think you need one, just to kind of game plan or just before we go into the New Year's, you better grab it. Because y'all already know prices is up. It's strictly, let me tell you, 2022, we ain't playing. Have you some business about yourself. So let's get to it. Thank y'all. And I am out of here.